So, again, hello everyone. My name is Arianna Pantaleon. I'm 21 years old and I was born and raised in Canada, but I am a full-blooded Filipina. I have a degree in public speaking and communications and have worked in various fields of work, but I am most proud of my work in the I'm most proud of my work in the Filipino community of Canada, which I am heavily involved in. I am an advocate against domestic violence because I saw a family member go through it, and I was also involved in an organization back home in Canada that shelters women and children. I was also involved in a donation drive for Typhoon Karina as of recently because volunteerism and giving back has always been strongly instilled in me. In my free time, I love to listen to music and to sing just like every other Filipino, of course. And little fun fact, I've actually been joining pageants since I was 9 years old. So to be standing in front of you guys, like I said, has honestly been a dream come true and a fulfillment of my dreams and aspirations. So to become an official Mutya candidate has given me purpose and a drive to attain more. So thank you so much for your support once again. And I am Arianna Pantaleon, your Mutya ng Pilipinas Canada 2024.
All right. Ariane, are you ready?
Of course I am.
All right, let's. Yes, pwede din.
Okay.
Right, so first to question our candidate from Canada is Tito Noli Bergioso.
Hi, I'm Noli for OPMB Worldwide and welcome here in the Philippines.
Thank you so much.
Okay, my question is, how does it feel to be a representative of one of the biggest Filipino community in North America in one of the most prestigious national pageants in the country, Mutya ng Pilipinas?
Well, like you said in that question, we have one of the biggest Filipino communities of Canada, biggest Filipino communities in Canada, and that's why I'm so thrilled to be a representative, because I want to show everybody the potential that the Filipino community of Canada has in Canada rather than just the Philippines, and that's why I came all the way from Canada to here to show them that in Pilipinas that it's very possible that just because I was born and raised in Canada doesn't mean I don't have or I wasn't raised like a Filipina. But back home in Canada, my parents still raised me to be, very Filipino, I would like to think. So to come here and to show them that the Filipinos in Canada have just as much to offer, then it's really an amazing experience. And like I said, I'm so thankful to be here.
So is this your first time here or you've been here before?
Well, I would back and forth with my parents when I was younger, but to come here in the Philippines when you're younger, it's hard to really enjoy the experience. So the first time I would say I actually enjoyed my experience, I came here when I was 16 before I actually moved here. And I've always loved the Philippines, but I've always thought of it more of a vacation place until, like I said, I was 16 years old and I came here and I was old enough to really enjoy the experience. And I told my mom that I wanted to move here, and I asked her, would you let me move here? would you let me move here by myself? And of course, they weren't open to it at first, but my parents were super, super supportive. So of course we gave it a try and here I am right now.
Okay, how does the Filipino and Canadian alike in various ways?
Both in Canada and the Philippines. Definitely you could see a lot of similarities within, being a Filipino, how you were born and raised. Of course, there's always their differences because of the environment that you're raised in, but there's a lot of similarities. So me growing up in a Filipino household, my parents were very, very making sure that they raised me to be very family-oriented, and I know here in the Philippines, it's the exact same way, being very kind-hearted to people outside of just your family, allowing people and welcoming people into your home. So I definitely think that a lot of the traits that we have here as Filipinos are also brought upon to the people in Canada, because a lot of the Filipinos in Canada are the ones that migrated from the Philippines to Canada. So I definitely think they carry on those traits from their families, or say if they were born from here. So it's definitely very similar, I would say, being born and raised in the country.
Okay, last question. What role does your family in Canada and here in the Philippines play for you as a candidate here? in Mutya ng Pilipinas?
Oh, they are my backbone, my absolute backbone. I love my family so much, and they have been such an inspiration to me in my whole entire journey. They're the ones who continue to push me to want to do better, and they're the ones that I call every single time I'm having a hard time or I need someone to talk to in the middle of the night. They're always there to answer my calls. So to have my family is honestly been an amazing experience and been such a great support system for me throughout this whole entire journey, from winning the crown of Mutya of Pilipinas Canada to moving across the world by myself, because now it's not just me moving across the world to chase my dreams, but it's now a reality.
Wow, winner! Congratulations!
Thank you so much, Tita Nolly. And next question is from Tito Norman Tino.
Hello, Tita.
Hi, Arianna.
Hello po.
The hashtag of Mutya ng Pilipinas is Shine Hometown Girl. Where are you from Canada?
Toronto po.
Okay. So it's a very urbanized city. And how do you connect yourself to the Shine Hometown Girl hashtag of Mutya ng Pilipinas, when in fact you could be more of a sophisticated woman raised in one of the bustling cities in the world? How do you connect yourself to the Shine Hometown Girl hashtag of Mutya?
Well, I think that hashtag Shine Home Girl kind of means, you know, coming from wherever you come from, whether you come from the province, whether you come from an overseas community, that you'll shine no matter what, being a Filipina outside of the country or not. And I definitely think that I can relate to that, and that's something that I can bring to the table, because even though I was born and raised in Canada, or let's say Toronto, like I said, the Filipino community down there is massive, and we still continue to carry the love of pageantry and the support of the Filipino people who go internationally. And that's, like I said, something that I think that I can bring, is the love of the Filipino people no matter where you are in the world. Because for me, I feel like not only am I able to reach the Filipinos here in the Philippines, but in Canada as well too, and all around the world.
Okay, so my follow-up question to you is, you have a degree in public speaking. Two questions. First is, do you think you have a tendency to overthink your answers just because you know all the ins and outs of public speaking?
You know what? Absolutely, yes. As someone who has a degree in public speaking, I think that I wanted to go into that field because I have a lot of thoughts, and there's a lot of things that I have to say, and I'm very much a conversationalist. So I can sit down with someone and I can have a conversation with them for a really long time, not because I love to speak. I have a lot on my mind, and I want to say what's on my mind, and I enjoy speaking what's on my mind. So to answer your question, yes, I do overthink a lot of my questions, but at the same time, I have to remember the question directly and what's more important in the whole entire sentence rather than just continuing on.
Do you think that this will give you a strong advantage over the other ladies competing for this year's crowns?
I think everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, and I can say for me that one of my strengths is public speaking. And it's not just within being able to talk a lot, but it's also how you say it, you know, your delivery, and the types of things that you say, making sure, like I said, you're saying the right thing, and the way you compose yourself. So yes, I definitely do think that I have advantage in public speaking.
Thank you, Arianna.
Thank you so much,
I think
Lisa.
that even if you grew up in Canada, you look like someone who just speaks good English, but you were born here.
Thank you so much.
Very, very benign.
Thank you so much, Tito Norman
Next
Tino.
question is the delicious
Tinoria.
At naiintindihan niyo nung pinupo ko siya. Magaling pa siya ng Tagalog. Iyon nga. Hi, Arianna. Oh, you wanna see?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Ang dami mo kamukha, no? Ngayon kamukha mo si Rufa. Kanina si Dingdi, and then si, yung anak ng Gloria Diaz. Isabel Diaz. Ayun. Rufa May. Rufa Gutierrez. Arianna, of course, you did research about Mutya ng Pilipinas. before you, of course, joining Mutya Pilipinas. So, what interests you about Mutya Pilipinas?
I think you don't have to be everything. I really love Mutya, and it's actually funny. You can ask my mom about this. I have watched the Mutya videos over and over and over again in my room, watching on YouTube all the time, especially since before I competed. This is a pageant I knew that I really, really wanted to join. And actually, growing up, I watched my two sisters compete in pageantry, and I saw them grow up into, beautiful young ladies who were able to give back to the community and who gained such confidence through that experience. So I told myself, if I were ever to compete in a pageant, I wanted to make sure that I picked the right one and the one that fit me properly. And that's when I saw Mutya, and I thought that it would be a perfect experience for me to gain confidence and to give back to the community. So that's why I wanted to join Mutya, and that's why I'm standing here today, because everything about Mutya, I love it, and I think that this organization provides these young ladies with a platform, whether they are new queens or whether they have been in the industry for a while.
Corona lang ang kulang, no? Corona na lang. Anyway, who's your favorite Mutya Pilipinas winner?
Wait, before you answer that, it's not my video.
Edge, can you ask that question again?
Hindi na pwede. Ako rin.
Nagbibideo na.
Hi, Arianna. So, who's your favorite Mutya Pilipinas title holder?
For me, my favorite Mutya Pilipinas title holder would be last year's title holder of Overseas Communities Miss California. I would want to say her because we have similarities of coming from overseas, and I watched her throughout the whole entire pageant, and she shined so beautifully. And I definitely think, like I said, that coming from an overseas community could be a lot harder than coming from Canada, maybe not being able to speak Tagalog, or people feeling like, or you're feeling like you're left out because you weren't born and raised here. So for me, I definitely think that we can relate somewhat. So I definitely think she's my favorite title holder.
Diba? Nasaan ka Mutya? Eto na siya. Thank you so much, Arianna.
Thank you so much, Edge. The next question is from For the Philippines. Oh, yeah.
Hello, Arianna. Question is, can you share us two Filipino words, a favorite two Filipino words song? And why?
Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Of course, the first one I would pick is maganda. I would say that one, of course, because you can use that word in many instances, whether you be talking about someone, whether you be talking about a view, and I think the Philippines is so beautiful. You can use that word so many times here, so I definitely think that that's one of my favorites for sure. And this one's kind of weird, but I'd say, am I saying this right? Kain? Like eat? I only say that one because the hospitality of the Filipinos, I feel like anywhere you go within the household, they're always telling you, come on, let's eat now, like let's eat, have you eaten yet, make sure you eat. And I definitely think that even though it's just telling you come eat, it's such a heartwarming gesture for them to say, because you feel so welcome regardless of where you are in the Philippines.
Okay. Follow-up question.
Of course.
Do you think that being a well-spoken person can win one of the crowns of Mutya Pilipinas 2024, or do you think it's enough, or you need to learn more Tagalog to be more relatable?
Definitely think I need to learn more Tagalog, and as of right now, I am taking Tagalog lessons. So I'm working on it. I'm almost there, but I'm working on it. But being well-spoken, of course, can get you very far. But it's not just being well-spoken that will win you the crown. Of course, you have to be a queen overall, and a beauty queen overall in terms of every aspect within pageantry. So I definitely think it's an advantage, but maybe not something that will win you the crown if you are just well-spoken.
Okay, Mutya, may winner na tayo.
Thank you so much, Ariel. The next question is from Pageant Trend, Jade Barbo.
Hi, Arianna. Good afternoon. Magandang hapon.
Magandang hapon po.
Ayan. You have mentioned a while ago during your introduction that you started your journey, pageant journey since you were 9 years old, right?
9 years old, yes.
All right. So my question is, what have you learned from your, from the pageant you had before, and what are your game plan now that you are competing for the national competition or pageant?
Like I said, pageantry in Canada is not well supported. So the experience of having pageantry was amazing, of course, but it's definitely different from here in the Philippines. And something that I took away from that is, I mean, I was younger, so for me, it was mainly just enjoying and just fun dressing up. It was a really good time for me. But even then, since I was young, I think I still gained confidence through that. And I think that's what I can use towards my game plan right now, going into Mutya and going into a national pageant, is that confidence is everything, and you have to make sure that you strongly believe in everything that you're saying and everything that you're doing, and have the confidence to make sure that you are worthy of being on that stage.
Very well said. And follow-up question. So, since you have joined various pageants, and of course you are considered now as a beauty queen, my question for you is, what's the hardest thing of being a beauty queen?
I think my answer for right now would be being in the public eye as a beauty queen. Everyone knows that being a beauty queen in pageantry, especially in the Philippines, you gain a lot of supporters, you gain a lot of fans, and of course you become in the public eye. And like I said, back home in Canada, it's not really like that. So when I was in the pageants, it was very no support, minimal to no support at all. So to be in the public eye, I think it's still something that I'm getting used to, but at the same time, I can use that to my advantage as well too, and allow you guys to get to know me more and use that, like I said, towards my advantage to going into the national.
Wow. Well, Mutya, here she is. Thank you, Jay Barbo of Pageant Trend. The next question is from, ano na, Mami? Pao Tanyamo.
Hello, Arianna. So nice to see you. I have a question for you. If you will win Mutya Pilipinas 2024, what can you offer to the organization? Or what project would you offer to them first?
If I were to win Mutya Pilipinas 2024, I think something that I'm able to offer to them is showing that there's growth that can be done. I want to be able to grow with the organization, and then I realize that not only is it just a title, but it's a responsibility as well too. It's not just a responsibility towards the title and representing the Philippines, but a responsibility towards the Queen herself and responsibility towards the organization. So I think I'm able to offer a lot, especially coming from Canada. I can offer a perspective from Filipinos in Canada that maybe we can't get here. So like I said, I'm definitely willing to grow with the organization and be able to exchange ideas and allow not only me to grow, but the organization as well too.
Thank you. And aside from your preparation, what is the biggest challenge you're facing right now?
So the biggest challenge I'm actually facing right now is getting used to my skin condition. So for those who don't know, I have vitiligo. If you don't know what vitiligo is, it is an autoimmune disease that hits the melanin in your skin in some parts, in some areas, so you have 2 different colors. It's not really noticeable because I am very light, but I actually wasn't born with it. I developed it 2 years ago, I would say, and for me to have it and develop it, especially within the society today where social media makes it seem like it's so important that you need to fit the standard, I definitely think I had a really hard time with being comfortable in my skin. And to be coming into an industry of pageantry where these beauty queens are so beautiful and have such nice skin, to come in here and to feel so down about myself, about my skin, and not feel pretty enough, I definitely think that's been my hardest struggle. But as of recently, I've had a lot of people tell me that, you know, you're very unique, you know, it's your uniqueness and it's something that you can embrace, and that you can show people that it's okay to be comfortable in your skin, and that it's okay to be different. So I definitely think that was one of the hardest challenges that I was going through right now. But I can proudly say that I think I'm overcoming it, and I'm very happy with my skin right now.
Yes, you are beautiful, and thank you so much for sharing it with us. You are the winner.
Thank you so much, Pao.